Hey guys, welcome back to this episode with Courtside with Coach. My name is Coach Gabe Fontenot, Athletic Director here at Bishop Noland. We're joined today by two seniors, basketball players, Ollie Lejune and Kollin Jackson. Guys, thanks for sitting down with me today.
No problem.
So we're going to talk a lot about, obviously, basketball. We're going to talk about your experience playing, experience here at Bishop Noland. So we look forward to your answers. So first of all, I'm going to start off with Kollin Jackson. We refer to him as KJ. So from the rest of the interview, when we say KJ, that's who we're talking about. Tell us about your time here at Bishop Noland, not just basketball, but just throughout, because you've been here since, what, was it pre-K2?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Okay,
Yeah.
So tell us about from being that young and then seeing it all the way through until where you are now.
I mean, when I first started, I wasn't expecting there to be a high school. Or I wasn't expecting for it to be ready for me. So once I got to 7th, 8th grade, it really wasn't – it was a hard decision, but I really knew what I wanted to do in my heart. So middle school was fun. I played basketball through middle school. And then I decided that playing basketball here would be the best option for me. And you've always been my coach, so that was cool to play for you. And, yeah, it couldn't have worked out better for me.
Awesome. And Ollie, what about you? You didn't start here, so you came here your freshman year. So tell us about like your middle school playing days and then how it kind of transferred over to here and how the transition was coming from another school into Bishop Noland.
So I started at Life Christian Academy in Sulphur for my 8th grade year of basketball. I wasn't too experienced, but whenever you coached me, goodness gracious, you really got me going. But it's been pretty cool at EDS. Of course, the homework is a little chaotic, but basketball is definitely one of the best times I have, and definitely wouldn't trade for any other team.
Yeah. I'm going to stay with you because I want to kind of touch on that. So for you, you come in here, like you said, you didn't have a whole lot of experience. Your experience here was a little bit different from him because, like you said, I'd been coaching him. I knew him. You came in and you did one of the toughest things, and I compliment you on that, but you had to wait your turn because you had people ahead of you. And you had some guys that were a lot older and everything. So walk us through, like, I guess the mindset of how you stayed the course, because to where you are now, being a starter and one of our main guys, what was that process like from your freshman year all the way to now?
So I will say my freshman and sophomore year, I was definitely more afraid of seeing time on the court because I wasn't as ready as the upperclassmen. But being able for them to be the example and them showing me like how it's done has definitely helped get me to where I'm at now, because if we were the first graduating senior class, it definitely would have been a little hard for me coming in my freshman year because I didn't have a whole lot of experience. But being able to see what they were doing and then modeling how we should play the game of basketball, it has helped me grow so much more, and has definitely helped me be a whole lot more patient because I had an example and I was able to follow the example. And it's definitely something that I needed, especially transitioning to the school.
Yeah. And KJ, so for you, you came in and actually played a little bit as a freshman, and gradually and you played a little bit more, but in a sense, it's kind of similar because this is your first year, like starting every game. So I guess, was there ever a time where you were kind of like, dang, I wish I was in the starting lineup, or like kind of walk with, and you can be honest with you, I'm not going to.
Mostly I didn't, just because I trusted you, because I've known you my whole life. And I recognized the skill level that the other guys were playing at. And there was a couple games last year where I really wanted to play because it was a high energy season.
Yeah.
But other than that, really, I fully trusted the team and you on decision making. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so let me ask you this. So most memorable moment, high school basketball, can you name one?
I mean, of course, state championship.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
And then probably, I know it just happened, but probably my senior homecoming game.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
The crowd was into it.
Yeah.
All my friends came. It was really exciting.
Cool to see all the alumni there too, and that was really neat. Ollie, what about you?
Definitely those two, but I'd say probably when we got state runner-up, because that's what really sparked the hunger, the absolute drive to get state. So us winning state runner-up, and then our senior homecoming was definitely most memorable.
For sure. I'll stay with you for a second. What do you want the back half of the season? So for those of you who don't know, we're at our halfway point. We're 8-1 on the season. Rest of the way, where would you want to see this team go? And thank you, KJ, help them out. What do you want the rest of the season for the team and for yourself individually?
So for the team, because we made it so far and we know that we have the potential, the biggest potential to win state, my challenge for our team is to make sure that we give our all in every single practice, that we're locked in every single time, that we genuinely want to be able to make a run back to state, because we have the potential and we can definitely beat every single team possible. For me individually, from the time of my freshman year and even in middle school, 8th grade, I wanted to give my absolute all to make sure that I contribute the most that I possibly can. Because, I mean, like last year and when we won state, I only saw a minute in the semifinal and the final game. And I feel like I didn't contribute a whole lot, but I worked so hard to make sure that I can contribute a whole lot. And I really thank God that I'm able to contribute a whole lot in the games of my senior year. So for me individually, I just want to make sure I keep contributing as much as I can to this team and that I get everyone on the same page, because we have the biggest potential to win state, and I believe we can accomplish that.
KJ, what about you? Same question.
Mostly what I'm hoping for and expecting is for our team to realize what level we're at right now. I think after winning state, we lost all our seniors. Most of our team was like, oh, well, we're a small team now. But, I mean, we're still playing at the level of the highest teams in the league. Yeah. So, and I think that's really because of how hard we had to work the past 2 years. We built that chemistry. We built that hunger. And I think we just need to realize our position right now and how not easy, but how possible it is to get back to state.
100%. And last question I have for both of you, if you can give any advice to any underclassmen, it can be middle school kids trying to figure out what they want to do for high school, or a high school kid who's kind of on the fence about doing something, maybe it's joining basketball or another sport, or one of your teammates. What's one piece of advice you would give somebody in the underclass?
I'd say really think about what you want. Like, I know it's easy to look at what everyone else is doing and just follow it and be like, oh, well, this is comfortable for me, so I'm going to keep doing it. But I think if you think about yourself, you're going to make the right decision. Yeah,
because I remember when you were in 8th grade, you were in a very similar situation from a lot of the people that we see now. You had a lot of your friends going to another school. And I remember you made, I was so happy when you made the decision to come here. It was a tough decision because you have a lot of your friends moving somewhere else, but you decided to stay here. And now, I mean, you're doing a great job in basketball, but school, and you're setting yourself up for college and a really good position coming out. So, Ollie, same question. What's one piece of advice you would give to the underclassmen?
So kind of like what KJ said, definitely assess what you want the most, because of course you want to join a sport and you absolutely hate it so much. Like for me personally, I watched the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, hands down, no debate. And I had the drive to play basketball. And since I joined it, I had a very good time and I've gotten so much better. So it definitely worked out for me. And then I also joined cross country and track so I can stay more conditioned. And it was a very, very just overall very great two sports to be in to help with basketball. So definitely don't try to, like what he said, don't try to follow like what everyone else is doing. If you get peer pressured, then just don't do it if it's not something you want to do. Definitely assess what you want so that you can learn from it and maybe it could translate to a career if need be.
There we go. All right, fellas. Well, I sure appreciate you sitting down with me. Next game, January 2nd at home. I would love if everyone would come out and support us. It's a really, really big game in regards to playoff seeding. So I want to pack the house just like we did for homecoming. And I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. This has been Courtside with Coach, signing out.